Hello Scorpio, welcome to your 2017 yearly forecast reading, and this will be a combination of your solar astrology for the year ahead, and I'll be pulling some tarot cards to have a look at 2 cards per quarter for the year, and it will give us some general insights into what's happening for you this year, Scorpio. And if you would also like to check your ascendant sign, if you know it, and your moon sign, check my other videos out for more information. Also, if you'd like a personal reading from me, follow the links below where I can give you a much more in-depth and detailed specific reading to your situation. So for Scorpio, let's see what you've got happening 2017. Well, you have Jupiter in your 12th house, Jupiter and Libra in your 12th house until October. So basically what you can expect with that is a bit of luck from behind the scenes, and definitely a feeling of being much more intuitive, and your intuition might be greatly heightened this year as you really start to tap into, you know, more things from the unseen realms. Your psychic abilities are really growing, and you know, you can have a feeling like there's protection around you while Jupiter is in your 12th house, and it's a really nice placement. You can have sudden luck that just comes out of nowhere, or you could just feel like you sort of have a little angel on your shoulder helping you out with things. There's definitely a lot of synchronicity around you. You might find, there's a lot of coincidences, but not coincidences if you believe in more spiritual things. When you have a coincidence, you're going to be more likely to sense the real strong spiritual energy behind that. You might be having more prophetic dreams, or more powerful dreams, more telepathy and things like that going on in your world. And you've got Saturn going through in Sagittarius, going through your financial sector until December 2017. So while you have Saturn through your financial sector for most of this year, Scorpio, what you can expect with that is a lot of hard work when it comes to finances, and a real need for you to do the real authentic work. So there's a sense of finding your truth through the work that you're doing, and if you're not satisfied with the way you're bringing finances into your life, you're going to be looking for a way to do this in a more authentic way, in a way that really satisfies you on a real core level. There could be changes to your finances in some way as well, that could involve contracts, so be aware of that. With Saturn rules contracts, and so does the 8th house, but that's a side note. But you also have Pluto in your 3rd house. So what this is doing, Scorpio, it's really intensifying your mind. And if you don't find a really strong creative or strong intense outlet for your mind to research what you're passionate about, to start delving into things that you're interested in a real serious way, it can be a bit of a depressive energy. But if you find a good channel for that energy, it shouldn't make you feel depressed at all. It should make you feel like you are really passionate about something. With the Pluto in the 3rd house, though, there can be some issues with siblings or neighbours, so be aware of this, or you might already be aware of that. Pluto will remain in the 3rd house, which is the Gemini ruled house, for some time, still for a number of years yet. So you have Neptune in your romance sector and your house relating to children and creativity and self-expression. So look, it's a very creative time, so that's very, very positive. If you are a Scorpio that loves to do creative things, this is a fabulous time to really tap into that and really channel some really amazing creative inspirational things. It's almost like you have this energy of like the muse is with you, while you have Neptune in your 5th house. It's very good. So take advantage of that real flow of intuitive spiritual energy coming through your creative zone. When it comes to children, it can be a bit of a tricky energy, because even though on the one hand it can bring through a feeling of immense love for your own children, it can create some confusion. Like you may be confused about their behavior at times, or you may be confused about some aspect of parenting them in some way, so that can bring some challenges for you, Scorpio. With Uranus, it's going through your sector of health and work and routine. If you've been in a really boring 9-to-5 job, it's going to be hard for you, and it probably has been, because Uranus has been in Aries for a while now. It has been difficult for you to reconcile this issue of feeling very restless on the job. So if you've been stuck in this regard, try to find work that at least has some variety to it, where you can move about and do different tasks. You're not stuck doing the one monotonous job over and over, because it's just not going to satisfy your soul. Also, you know, just looking for ways to just mix up your routine, you know, in some way, whether it's the way you get to work, trusting your intuition about these things, looking for different avenues to do something work-related that is creative, it's different, you know, that's the Uranian energy there, will be much more suited to you. So maybe time to change jobs, Scorpio, if you've been thinking about it for a while and you haven't done it yet. It's, you know, this year could be a good time. I'm just going to have a sip of water, then I'll tell you some more. Okay, so the other thing is, Scorpio, is that from October this year, Jupiter actually moves into your sign. It moves into Scorpio. So this is going to be from October this year, 2017, a brand new chapter of your life, a brand new cycle. And so what you can expect with this, Scorpio, is a lot of growth coming into your path from October this year. And, you know, it's later on in the year, but I want to mention it because it's very significant. It's going to bring a lot of changes, positive changes to your life. You might be releasing a lot of old things that no longer work for you and stepping into a brand new cycle where it's like the whole world opens up to you and you have more luck on your side, more expansion, more developments in your life. You know, you could have a complete change of career, change of path. If, you know, you're wanting to make changes but you feel a bit stuck, by October, things, especially for early born Scorpios, things should start really, you should start be seeing, not early October, mid-October, these developments start. And by November, December, and then into January, February 2018, you'll start to see more and more of these changes in your life. And so obviously if you're born later on in Scorpio, you will not experience those changes immediately in October 2017, but you'll have to wait more into 2018 for those. But still, Jupiter will be in your sign from October, so that's, you know, you'll probably feel something straight away, because I've personally noticed when, you know, if Jupiter, in the past when Jupiter has gone into my sign, I'm a Taurus, I will feel that energy straight away, a sense of hope and turning point and growth and expansion in your life. So the only warning with Jupiter in the first house, in your first soul house, is do you have to be careful with diet and not to overdo it with rich foods and things like that, because you can tend to, some people, not all people, some people put on weight when Jupiter is in their sign. Some people lose weight and get, you know, a handle on their health issues, but it depends. So just to be aware of that, because Jupiter definitely does expand what it touches. Okay, so let's look at the first two cards for January, February, and March for your Scorpio. Let's see what we've got. The Knight of Swords and the Six of Wands. Interesting. I think this came up for one of the earlier signs, which is strange. I don't know if it was one of the first 3 videos I did, so maybe it was either Aries, Taurus, or Gemini had this. Let me just drink some more water. There's definitely some success around you, Scorpio, in the first few months of the year, so in a particular area of your life. So this could be something to do with an idea or a communication that comes to you, and it's bringing some very positive news. So this is the success card here, and what I love here is they're both going in the same direction, and they almost make me feel like it's the one energy here. So I really feel like this is you, Scorpio, and what I get with this is just success and positive energy. So something's come through for you in the first few months of the year that is very positive and is very uplifting, and there's a sense of accolades or success or acknowledgement of something that you have implemented or done that is other people that have noticed. And so it could be basically something that you had an idea about that you've done that's bringing you a reward of some kind. And even if that reward is simply people saying, patting you on the back, well done, you know, thank you, you've done a great job, or I really appreciate what you've done, you know, you've really helped me, and this, you know, is giving you a boost in some way. This is what this is saying here. It's giving that very positive message for you for the first 3 months of the year. So that's great, Scorpio. Okay, so let's go April, May, and June for Scorpio. April, May, June. I want to get these two. The Magician and the Five of Swords. Okay, so interesting, because this combination also came up for another sign. So what I get with this is this could relate to you or somebody that you know. It seems like there's some conflict in some area of your life, and I want to say it could be to do with communications that are a bit heavier in nature, that could be something to do with something serious, like to do with a contract, or to do with something. What else is it? I just need to tune into it more. For some people, I feel like it's a contract to do with an offer of some kind, like it could be around a job or an opportunity or a project, where somebody could come to you and offer you something, but it may not be what you're looking for, because of the Five of Swords here shows conflict, and it could be conflict of interest, conflict of ideas, because, you know, the Swords relates to the air element, and this is the Mercury card here, which relates to Gemini and Virgo. And in your solar chart, Gemini sits on your 8th house, Scorpio, so it could be to do with contracts here, and it could be a disagreement, or it could be an issue that relates to a contract or some document or paperwork that comes to you. That I just want to say, be careful what you say, because it could sort of trigger negative energy coming back to you from other people is another thing. So be careful about your intentions, what you say, especially with the Saturn there in Sagittarius in your 2nd house. I don't know why I feel like that relates with the astrology as well, but yeah, there's a need for caution here to do with contracts and agreements, and a need for caution with what it is that you're saying. And you are a Scorpio, so you are naturally strategically minded when it comes to, you know, expressing yourself, and that is a good thing in this case for April, May and June, where it feels like something's coming up here where there's some kind of combative energy, disagreeing energy, or just clashing of ideas and values with other people, where there's just a sense of you have your own views and they have their views, and there could be a clash there. So just something to be aware of. Alright, so let's go to the next cards. July, August, September. Scorpio. Oh, the Tower. Okay, and the Page of Cups. Interesting combination. Alright, so the Tower indicates a change, a big change coming. And the Page of Cups is a younger person. So it looks like there is some kind of change around a young person around you, and it could be a female. It's a sudden thing, so it could be something that, you know, I want to say, trust your intuition. If you sense something, you know, some tension, or if you sense something building up with regards to a young person in your life, or a younger person. It's not necessarily a child, but it could be a younger person, someone even up to their early 20s. The pages can represent that age group from, you know, youth to early 20s. Just trust your intuition about this and keep tabs on this situation. Keep, you know, a bit of a vigilant eye on this situation, because it could be something that you can have some control over, Scorpio. Normally the Tower, when the Tower hits, it can be unexpected, it can be a bit of a shock, but what I'm getting with this is something that you, because you are so intuitive and so psychic, Scorpio, you could be onto this, and you could keep tabs on this situation in order to sort of help to control. And do you feel it's someone quite close to you? So, you know, it could be someone in your family that you're aware of some issue going on with, and you need to be aware of, you know, what's happening then with that person. And so what I'm getting also is to keep the communication open. See how that person there is holding that cup. The young person has the cup there opening, you know, offering that there. So they are willing to communicate with you, but you need to be aware of their need to communicate with you, and to sort of not be so busy that you kind of blind yourself to their need to communicate, because it could be someone around you going through some emotional turmoil in these months. Yeah, so let me just see if there's anything else. That's all I'm getting with that, so I'm going to have to move on to the last 3 cards of the year. So we're looking now at October, November, December for you, Scorpio. It's the Scorpio card there. Interesting. Okay, so we have the Scorpio card, which is interesting that it's come up. It's the Death card. Now, you know, although that can be intimidating to see the Death card, don't take it too heavily, because oftentimes it simply means change, like significant change. So you have the Four of Swords here, and what this is showing me is that the last few months of the year, it seems like there's been a lot going on in the year for you. It's been a very intense year. It's been a busy year, and possibly some changes of, significant changes have happened in the year, especially possibly around October, when Jupiter goes into your sign. So it shows a new chapter and a releasing of an old aspect of your life, Scorpio. The Four of Swords shows a need for rest and recuperation in the last few months of the year. You have been working really hard this year. There's been a lot going on, and you need this time to recuperate, it says. So, if things do slow down for you in some way towards the end of the year, see it as a necessary time for you to really process your emotions, process your thoughts, and regenerate your energy in that real Scorpio way that, Scorpios do. Scorpios need that time alone to regenerate their energy and sort of rebirth themselves in a way, because they're ruled by Pluto. It's a necessary part of your life experience, and to help you, psychologically regenerate. So this is what this is talking about for me. And there is a very spiritual energy with this card, with these two cards for me when I look at it. And this can also, to me right now, I don't usually get that, but it signifies prayer, connection to, spirit, and having time to rest so that you can actually do that. Because if you're so busy, you won't allow yourself to have time to connect in those ways. So, it's like if you're being busy all the time, you're not going to be able to hear spirit. So this is like saying, yes, you will take a break of some sort towards the end of the year and the last few months where you can actually rest and recuperate. It's actually going to be very good for you, because going again into 2018, the following year, it's going to continue to be very busy for you. So that was your reading, Scorpio. I hope that you got something out of that, some insight out of that. And as I said, if you'd like a personal reading with me that goes more specific into your personal situation, feel free to contact me through my online store, link below. Thank you so much, and have a really great 2017. Bye.